What's up, you guys? We are back with another episode of Who Even Asked. I'm Tay.
And I'm Jazz.
And we're just going to go ahead and dive into some current events that might be all over y'all's FYP, your algorithm like it is ours.
Yeah, we got to enjoy TikTok while we still have it.
Stop. I'm going to cry. I'm going to be depressed.
An angel. Yeah, I don't know. So a while back I had a work meeting and we were all meeting in person and they were talking about TikTok and they're like, oh yeah, I don't think it'll actually go away. And then I guess everybody forgot about TikTok going away until now because it's so
Yeah,
close to
I sure
happening.
did. I was just living my best little life.
I'm still hoping something will save it.
I feel like I could see it going either way. I could see someone swooping in last minute and buying it, or
So I don't think it's that nobody wants to buy it. I think it's they don't want to sell it.
probably, I think because we get so much information and it's everyone's source of news these days.
Yeah.
And I think people are finding out a lot more, a lot quicker now.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that they like that.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I think the government definitely wants to ban it because of that reason. Because, I saw a TikTok the other day. I was like, there's all this other stuff that is, also being, watched by China.
Okay.
And why aren't we trying to ban those? And why are we just trying to ban TikTok?
Yeah, no, exactly. It doesn't make any kind of sense.
Just, we have they used to be able to manipulate people so easily by, news outlets. There's CNN watchers, there's Fox News watchers. So those are two, obviously very biased each of their ways.
Right.
News sources. Whereas TikTok, you can get some mostly unbiased stuff.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
Part of me is like, okay, well, maybe if it does go away, I can be a more productive human being and actually do something productive with my time, because my screen report this past Sunday, not okay at all. It was very bad. So that part would be nice, but I don't know. I get so much good information. I get lots of good tutorials, lots of recipe ideas, lots of, workouts. It's just going to be gone. That's crazy to think about.
Yeah, that is really crazy to think about. Yeah, because when I, like you just said, recipes, I don't even go to Google anymore. I go to TikTok and I look at videos on how to make stuff.
Well, and it's nice too because you don't have to read a whole freaking blog about someone's life story that you don't give a shit about.
Yeah.
Just to get the measurements for your recipe. And you can watch someone do it. So you can see, oh, I messed up here because XYZ.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just going to be gone.
Yeah. So I know you had talked to me about the Lemon 8 thing. So I joined Lemon 8, but I'm still unsure what it is.
I haven't even downloaded it. I just thought since you're our technology person, you could and you could debrief me and tell me if I get it.
So I barely started looking at it today because I forgot. I downloaded it and then I forgot about it. And then I saw that I had a follower, which is my cousin. But so I was like, okay, I was looking at it before you got here. And it kind of looks like TikTok, like you had said before, mixed with Pinterest, sort of. So I'm gonna look into it a little more this week because I am curious about that. I saw somebody say I don't want to lose TikTok, but it'd be good because then you have a chance to jump on the next bandwagon.
Yes, you're getting in early.
So we gotta stay on top of that for the podcast to see where we need to jump onto next.
So we possibly will have Lemonade coming soon.
Possibly, yeah.
We'll keep you guys Lemonade. I'm upset too because I use it for work all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I get so many tutorials on nail stuff and I keep up with all the trends. What the hell am I supposed to do?
Or even this podcast, now that I think about it, we get most views
Most of
from TikToks.
Yes,
That's gonna suck. And it's not it's funny because we post the same thing that I post the same thing to TikTok that I post on Instagram. And our stuff just does way better on TikTok than it does Instagram.
Yeah.
So
I don't know you obviously know this about me, but I'm not an Instagram person. So Instagram's really hard for me. So I wonder if other people are starting to stray away from it a little bit, or if I'm just very out of the loop since I don't participate.
Maybe. I think everybody besides that 2% that's I don't want to join TikTok. Well, now they won't probably not have a chance, but yeah, I don't know.
I'm just so sad. That's my favorite app. Like, other than I could get rid of my phone.
Yeah.
Like, what am I supposed to do?
I know, me too. I'm on I'm on Instagram mostly because like my brother and my cousins are all on there. And so I'll be on there to just kind of like send them reels because they don't get on TikTok.
Yeah.
And now you can't see. So like it used to be, if you didn't have TikTok, you can still see the TikToks.
Okay.
You can't do that anymore.
Oh, it's just their
Yeah.
specific reels.
Uh-huh. So now that I have to be on both of them. But yeah, it's gonna suck.
I'm truly devastated by this. I really hope it doesn't go through, but I kind of think it's going to.
Well, it was Musically before it was TikTok.
Right.
So, which I didn't even realize that, to be honest. Because I used to use Music Glizzy, Musically, but I didn't use it to like post content to. I used it just as a video editor.
Okay.
So I didn't even know like it had what it was before. Then TikTok came around and I was like, at first I was like, yeah, I'm not going to get on TikTok. And then all of a sudden, bam, I post TikToks all the time now.
The most, what's the word I'm looking for? Like regimented TikTok poster ever. Go on a schedule.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. But speaking of like news we get from TikToks too.
Yes.
The freaking CEO situation killer.
Yeah.
Did you see he got caught today?
Oh no.
Yes.
This is breaking news. I didn't know.
Yeah. So I'll pull out my phone because I want to kind of go over like some stuff with it.
I didn't think he was going to get caught.
I was hoping he wasn't.
Yeah, me
Oh
too.
shit. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't say that. Well, you know what? Who cares? It's our podcast. I'll probably cut that out.
We're just girls. Just who cares? We're just two chill girls. Just two chill girls
Who hate corporate America.
We hate the government.
No, I mean, in all realness, I'm totally kidding. Like, I don't want anybody to die. Like, that's not right. Like, that's definitely not a good thing. Yeah. But I think to my point of like the TikTok thing is like, we just saw so much content of people like rooting for him to get away with it which is very strange. Like, this is the first time I've ever seen that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Like, it's like literally like an uprising of people. Like, even the news were posting about like on the actual United Healthcare Facebook page when they made a statement, all the comments on there, like they had, I think, I'm going to get the numbers wrong, but I want to say like 50,000 like interactions of like, you know, like you like stuff or whatever. And like 75% of them were the laughing emoji.
Oh.
Like, once again, we're not like condoning that or like, but it's just crazy to see this shift.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like an uprising almost,
Yeah.
you know?
That's exactly what it feels like. Have you seen V for Vendetta?
No. I know what you're talking about.
It's obviously not as drastic as that, but like, it's just crazy. Like, and this dude, so I can't wait for you to hear about like this guy. So you haven't seen his picture or anything?
I think I saw like a little clip of him like kind of like smiling, like when they caught at like after the shooting or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's
At
all
the
I've
hostel?
seen. Yes.
Yeah. So now, they released his name, his picture, everything today. They have him in custody. And how he got caught was kind of crazy too.
Okay, you're gonna have to debrief me on that since I'm behind. I haven't been on TikTok today, as you can tell.
Yeah, I will.
But do you think you could we could both summarize what happened a little bit for our people that maybe don't know what happened? You can go. You want to do? Yeah, you might have to help me fill in details. But you said he was the CEO for, what was it, United Healthcare?
Yes.
So he was in New York and they were about to do some type of, not press conference. What's the word I'm looking for? What was the event?
It's like just a conference, like
conference.
Just like a company conference or something.
And right before, or I guess when he arrived at the conference, this shooter came and took his life. And there was 3 shell casings found at the crime scene, correct? And there was 3 words on the shell casings. Do you remember what those words were?
Yeah, I have them here. Let me pull them up real quick. It was deny, defend, and depose.
Okay. So super eerie. And then was it the same day or was it like the next day or something? They found the backpack that the shooter was carrying and all they found in it was
Monopoly money.
Monopoly money.
Yeah. Yeah. So obviously he planted that there. I think it was the next day.
Okay.
I found it.
That makes sense.
They also saw that like there's videos of him leaving something in the trash, but they never said what it was or if they found it.
Okay. I didn't know that part.
They had video of him at the hostel he was staying at, which is how they have that video of him like smiling because
Okay.
the person made him take his mask down to show like the ID.
Okay. Okay.
Which the ID will come into play when I talk about like him getting caught.
Okay.
That at one point too, I think they were like searching some river that was right there, and I'm like, why are they searching the river? I don't know.
Interesting. Okay.
But from the get-go, it just seemed like it was obviously planned, and I had a conversation at work today too about this. And one of my buddies, he was in, I think, the Marines, and so him and his people know a lot about guns.
Okay.
And he was talking about like, which I didn't even catch this, but I guess the gun like jammed or something. And they were talking about how like he didn't hesitate. Like normal people, like if you're not used to guns, I guess they would like try to hit the gun or like look at it, and figure out what was wrong. But it's like this guy already knew what was wrong with it, so he kind of just like fixed it.
Okay.
I didn't see that part of the video, but he talked about it today, so I have to go back and watch it.
Yeah, we'll both have to.
So it was kind of like it definitely looked planned. Like he was smart about it. Like he'd been planning this for a while.
I mean, I think especially the casings and the Monopoly money, like, yeah, this was obviously like planned. But
did he write that on there before though?
I was going to bring that up. Like, how does that work? Was it just written on there, or were they like engraved?
I think it was written on there. So my guess is he probably wrote it like on all of them maybe and just kind of like unloaded it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that way to make sure that it would come out.
Yeah.
But I don't know. No, and I have to tell you something about the gun too. It's crazy.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. Well, let me get into, I guess, him getting caught.
Yeah.
This kind of all plays into that.
Okay.
I'm going to read like a little bits from this article I found because it has a lot of good like information. But so what happened was he was at a McDonald's.
Oh. Not the place I
And
want to get caught.
the workers noticed him and thought that he looked like the guy, the killer.
Oh.
So they called. And now all of these comments online are calling these workers snitches.
You know what they say about snitches.
But his name was Luigi Mangione. It's
Luigi.
Yeah. He's such a character name, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like his Instagram's still up. Like I went to his Instagram earlier, like it's all normal pictures.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna read this verbatim, but there was one thing I kind of wanted to touch on. So he was found with the fake New Jersey ID, which is the ID he used to check into the hostel.
Okay.
He was also found with a ghost gun.
What is a ghost
It's like
gun?
a 3D printed gun.
Oh, yes. Okay, I have heard about that.
Yeah. So that's how he I guess because the gun obviously wouldn't have been registered. It's so just 3D
So that
printed.
it wouldn't be traced to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes sense as to maybe why it jammed. But how do those even work? I've never even heard a ghost gun till now.
Because is the whole thing 3D printed, or is it that you can
just
like buy the pieces and you can assemble it yourself? Because I've heard of that.
Maybe. I don't know. I didn't really look that far into that
Yeah.
part. But yeah, so he was also found with clothing and a mask that matched the shooting. He had a manifesto too.
Oh.
That speaks to his motivation and his mindset. So basically they were talking about I saw a couple videos of like them going through he's like an Ivy League school person. Like I think I don't remember the school he went to, but he went to like one of the Ivy Leagues.
Yeah.
He's like a really smart dude. And let me show you him. This guy is crazy. Like he does not look anything like what you think he would have looked like.
Okay. And back to your point about the McDonald's employees like snitching on him, how did they know? Because I felt like from looking at what I saw, I wouldn't have been able to tell. Like, oh, this is that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Especially because half his face was covered. Maybe the nose or the jacket. Maybe he was wearing the same jacket.
Maybe, but maybe I'm just a bad citizen, but like who pays attention to that closely?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Just like anybody who calls stuff in. That's crazy.
That is weird.
Let me look.
So I'll post some pictures on the video, of course. But this is a guy.
Oh,
Yeah. He
okay.
like there's other pictures of this dude like shirtless, like on a this dude traveled a lot because I looked at his Instagram.
Yeah.
If I can find the Instagram, once again I'll post pictures on the video. But like, you know that sound, "Mama, I'm in love with you."
Yes.
Oh my god, there's so many TikToks I'm seeing
God.
going around of this guy and that because like this dude's like jacked. Like
Okay.
he's like skinny jacked, but he's jacked. You know what I mean?
Like he had his whole life ahead of him, like very well educated, like attractive, I guess.
Yeah, and I guess what he had put in that manifesto was like just basically signaling that he was just very against like corporate America.
I mean, I ain't saying he's right.
I ain't saying he's wrong
I ain't
though.
saying he's right.
Yeah, so I wonder too, like, what was he planning to do something else, or like
What else was on the agenda? Because I'm sure he wasn't done there. If you're gonna do that, but what? Like I know you said he's against corporate America, but what made him target that man specifically?
I'm wondering if it's just because he knew there was a conference and he was the closest one. They haven't released because he was caught today. As far as I've seen, they haven't released like much in terms of like why yet.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming since they have that thing, it will come out. I just don't know when because especially if they're like building a case against him, they probably won't put it out.
Yeah, I mean they want to keep stuff close to the cuff or whatever, but I saw a lot of people before I knew that he was in custody speculating that the monopoly money meant like the shooter had like a get out of jail free card or something to that effect. Like they didn't think he was going to get caught, or they knew who it was and they weren't going to take him into custody. I don't know, like a lot of speculation.
So for me, what I was thinking is like this dude did a lot of things like in very strategic, smart ways.
Right.
How is he going to get caught in a McDonald's?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense.
A lot of people are like saying like they have the wrong guy and blah blah blah, but like if he was caught with all this stuff, like it's kind of pointing to him unless it was planted on him.
I mean, it could be planted. That's a theory for sure. Or like, I don't know, or maybe they knew who it was. Like this, I don't know. I'm very like baffled.
This is just a really strange like thing.
Yeah,
it is very strange.
I just want to know what it means. Like the words, the monopoly, like it has a meaning. And I don't think it was just random that he picked that guy.
Yeah,
like there's more to it. But like, I'm interested to see what else is going to come out.
Did you see the whole thing about Blue Cross Blue Shield and the anesthesia stuff?
Yes, I did.
That came out the same day that CEO was killed, and then they backtracked it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and how I guess the CEOs of multiple companies, like their either addresses or some type of personal information was like on the website, and immediately after, like all these CEOs like started taking down like any type of personal information off their websites and stuff. Which, why was it up there in the first place?
Yeah. Well, people are. I mean, the healthcare industry in general is just a greedy industry.
Scam.
They do anything they can to have to prevent paying for your stuff. They will find any small reason to not have to pay for a life-saving surgery or medicine you need. This, as a country, we are, in terms of healthcare, a third world country. Yeah. Like, we need to put more effort into healthcare as a country and less effort into making those CEOs and companies more rich.
Which brings up a point I wanted to see if you saw. The CEO that died, they posted a job listing on Indeed the next day for his job.
Oh my god.
How much do you think he was making?
It was $450 I saw.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. But that's still like, I mean, it's a lot of money.
But I did think that like
that's not money to die over. But you have to think of two bonuses. They probably get most of their monies in bonuses.
Yeah.
Because like, I'm not saying who.
And maybe that was starting pay. Maybe that's not what he was actually making, you know?
Mm-hmm. Because like, I know a couple people who work for companies like Blue Cross Blue Shield, just not obviously not very at the top, but like they don't make base they make okay base, but like they get most of their money from bonus.
I could absolutely believe.
So I, especially for the lower levels are getting that much money, I can see how like much more that would be multiplied if you're a CEO.
Yeah.
So that's probably where the most of their money comes from.
Which is insane. I just and it's interesting that, you know, if you were to go to the hospital and you didn't have insurance and you had to be like self-pay, most of the time like you can get like a better deal doing self-pay than using your insurance.
Mm-hmm. Well, they have those like RX cards now and like the rebates or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I knew somebody one time who was getting a medication and their insurance wasn't covering it, but it was something to help them with like depression and stuff. And it was going to be like just for one pill, like almost $1,000. They had the pharmacist was able to find like a internal coupon through that company and get it down to like $30.
That's crazy.
Yes.
There's no such type of coupon that is going to save you $970 on a single pill.
It was wild. Like, I was baffled. I think it was like Rexulti or something like that. Rexulti, it's like a depression pill.
Well, I think it's also interesting how, you know, is it Mark Cuban who's starting to, you know, you can like buy prescriptions that you need like through like a website and not have to go through. Like, that's crazy. That just shows how like the whole system is just fucked up and doesn't make any goddamn sense.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know, like healthcare and health, just the system and like big pharma and like all that stuff is just like such a nasty beast of wealth and just people trying to line their pockets with money at the expense of other people, and it's
disgusting.
It's disgusting. It's ridiculous.
I had this question the other day and I wasn't sure the answer. I know tons and tons of people who just don't pay their medical bills, which I get it, like 1000%. When you file bankruptcy, do your medical debts go with that or do they stay with you?
I don't,
because you know, like student loans, like they stay with you. You can't file bankruptcy on that.
I think they go away because
bankruptcy, you guys.
Yeah, I think they go away.
But you know, since we were just talking about bankruptcy and I brought that up, it is crazy to me how I see lots of people like on TikTok or I'm in like finance groups on Facebook. Lots of people like are recommending it to like younger people. They're like, you know, it's a good chance to just start over.
Because I've known some people who've filed bankruptcy, and so I think after 7 years, most debt just drops off, right?
Yeah. And there are different chapters, so I know they're not all the same, but
yeah. So a couple people that I've known have filed even before 7 years. Like you can get your credit back up pretty fast. Like one of the people I know did it and they were already getting credit card offers again like a couple years later. Like obviously they didn't take them, but like it was the person I knew that did it didn't do it for that stuff. It was medical. So I think maybe it was. I think it is included.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I think it's such a like a lot of people think it's such a shameful thing or like, which like, I mean, I don't want to call it shameful because it's not really. Sometimes things just happen. Sometimes people lose their jobs and then you file bankruptcies. A lot of big companies though like file bankruptcy all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like
all the time.
Why are you going to shame smaller like individuals for doing that when bigger companies are doing it all the time?
I don't think it's that bad of a thing. And I feel like you can, like you said, build your credit back up.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, so you won't be able to buy a house, you know, for a while after that. Lots of people can't afford to buy homes. So, okay, who cares? Mm-hmm. But I just feel like there's more options for situations like that now. Like, you know, it might be harder to find a place because of your credit, but there are, you know, specific companies that work with individuals like that or circumstances like that. Or there are ways to get cars without needing your credit score. You know what I mean? Like there are ways to do it. Yeah, it might be inconvenient and a little bit of a pain in the ass, but like it's possible. And I don't necessarily think it's the worst option.
No, I don't either. Like if I was in that position, I probably would try to do it too. I don't know. But and it's just, I think it just helps like to have a breath of fresh air, especially if you've been financially struggling for so long. There's no shame in doing what you need to do to like get yourself out of that rut. Like,
Mm-hmm.
and
And
I
it
know,
might be easier to catch up if you're not having to pay all these big like interest payments and stuff.
yeah. But two, so I had something like a car that I had gotten when I was really young. And then I had like a personal loan. And I'm going to kind of put my shit out there. But just an example is that I had owed, so I basically, the car, I couldn't afford it anymore because I had quit my job to go back to school. And I was like looking for options too. This is another thing too. Like if me, it was my choice to do that. But like if you're in a situation where you're having financial hardships, you're not doing it just because you're a dumb kid like I was, then it's hard to get, there's not a lot of help other than getting more debt. Like
Yeah.
you can get loans to help you, but then you're just going to end up paying those loans on top of the loans you already have.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of help out there for people that are struggling, which is another like good reason for bankruptcy.
Right.
But like, for example, the reason I brought that up is because those banks, like for a while, I was still getting charged. Like basically what happens is like you can sell your car to dealership, they pay you the money, and then you give that money to the bank, and then whatever's left over you have to pay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I started paying on it or whatever. And something happened to the point where like I just couldn't pay on it anymore because I had gotten one of my jobs. I loved this job. I worked for a vape company, and anyways, but they let our whole like probably like 100 of us. They let us all go.
Damn.
Because the company, they just shut down that part of the company, and so I had to stop paying that.
Yeah.
Like, and it charged off, and it was a significant amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept charging interest on it, even though it had charged off.
Yeah.
Most of it's like some stuff after things charge off, they don't keep charging you interest.
Yeah.
But in this particular situation, it did. And so it went from being something small to something almost 3 times what it was.
Were you able to ever like finish paying it off?
No, it just fell off.
Oh, okay. See, I'm bad about that. I mean, I've never had like a significant amount of debt like go to collections, but I have had like old phones or like,
Oh, yeah.
one time I did not return my Wi-Fi box and that stayed on there for like 2 years, like little stuff like that. And I'll just wait till it will fall off. Don't listen to us.
Yeah.
This is terrible. Do not do any of this. But we're just being honest.
Yes.
We listen and we don't judge.
But I think it's also good to know, like, people make mistakes. Like, there's so many things financially I did when I was younger that I wish I would have done better to be in a better position right now.
Sure.
But sometimes you're just not put in the position to have, and that's all we need to teach that stuff in school. Like, because, you can grow up in a family, like my family they weren't horrible with money, but we definitely didn't, weren't financially as literate as I think we probably could have been.
Sure.
So I just think like, yeah, if I maybe would have taken care of some stuff a little better, like I'd be in a better position right now and have like other things that I possibly wanted to do. And like, that's not all on my parents. Like I made bad decisions financially when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, if I would have done like bankruptcy or something, I probably would have been like all clear right now. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just to circle back to that.
I don't know. It could be a double-edged sword. I could see the argument for both. But you brought up, we should be taught financial literacy in school and stuff. I don't think they want us to be financially literate because they make more off of us being stupid.
Yes.
So they just want us to fail.
Yeah.
And so I think it would be an awesome idea. But do I think it will happen? Absolutely not. That's why they don't teach us taxes and stuff. Same principle.
Yeah. And yeah, that's exactly it. So it's just like, it goes back to too, like, there's just so many things where it comes to like not giving us access to things, not even just with like in school, but just like things that would be so easy to give other people access to other than just the rich, that they do it purposefully to just keep us kind of
in our flashes.
Yes.
Yeah. No, 100%.
And that sucks. Like that really sucks. I just don't understand like why we as people have to be so greedy sometimes. Like,
yeah.
it's fine to want to make more. It's fine to want to do better for yourself. And if, you know, want to be rich and you have means to, you know, get yourself there, that's awesome. No hate. But like at the same time, if there's other people trying and not just sitting on their ass, but like actually fully trying, doing everything that they should be doing, what does it hurt to like make it a little easier for those people, you know?
Yeah,
Like with resources and stuff. Like, I'm not saying to give people handouts, but just like having some resources.
Yeah. Well, and I think that that's hard because I think, you know, there are good people out there who do try to come up with resources for situations like that. And then there are those lazy people that do take advantage of it.
Yeah.
And that kind of just ruins it for everybody.
Yeah, that's true.
I just can't, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I just can't imagine, you know, being like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos and having so much money you could never spend all of it. And you just sit on it. That's so fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, that dude does not need any more money. He's over here building all sorts of stuff. And like, I'm sure like some of that money goes back into the business, but I don't think it's enough to like even put a dent in what he has.
Well, this kind of circles back to what we were talking about earlier since I brought up Elon. I guess he was at some type of event. I don't know what it was. I'm very bad about getting all the details for you guys. But he brought his son, and his son was on his shoulders. And a lot of people were saying, like, it's giving Human Shield vibes. And a lot of people were saying that gave them the ick. That was weird.
Oh, like to keep his son, like for his
So
son
for his
safe?
safety. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
I don't know. I'm just speculating. Do not come for me. I'm just speculating.
I heard that. So I saw something actually yesterday that Grimes, because he was with Grimes, and I think they have like 2 kids together, or maybe
I
3.
thought they split up.
They did.
Oh.
So well, the article was talking about how he I guess for a while there, I don't know if it like got resolved, but they're going through proceedings of like custody, and he was keeping the kids away from her.
That does not surprise me in these
That's like, he has so many kids that he doesn't even talk to barely, and like that's just so petty. Like, you're gonna keep your kids away from.
Yeah, it's very much just like using your children as pawns.
Yeah,
Which, that would be terrifying to have children with somebody that powerful.
Yeah.
Because they could get whatever they wanted simply because of just who they are. Which I keep going back to Mormon moms, but I think that Jen isn't ever going to leave Zach because in the place that they're at, his family holds so much like power and has enough wealth that he can keep her kids away from him. And so I think for that reason she will stay with him so she doesn't lose her kids.
probably. And he's the type to definitely like take the kids.
To use them as pawns.
Yeah, that guy. Ugh, I can't wait for season 2 to come.
God, I'm itching.
Come on! I keep seeing all their drama on TikTok.
Yes.
And I don't know what was going on with Bergen. I saw she posted a video about I think it was about one of the Mormon moms or something, and she was like kind of talking on the situation. I think it was a swinger scandal thing.
Okay.
And I guess one of the husbands commented on her post.
Yes, Bergen, we need you to come on and do a whole debrief on this because I saw your video and I was like so lost, but I need a recap. So we're going to have to discuss that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe we can set that up sometime soon.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hope maybe like before the new season drops, we'll do another deep dive and we'll circle back.
Yeah, we will, but that'll be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I don't know exactly what brought up the drama again or like the swinger drama, but like I just saw all that stuff going on and I was like, dang, what is happening here?
Well, I think it was because the girl whose husband had the affair with Taylor, she came out of the woodworks trying to say something, I believe, or talk about the situation. And that's when Taylor was like, nope, I'm dropping screenshots and receipts and all the things. And so I think that's why it like got brought back up.
Oh yeah, like trying to say that she didn't want it as much or something like that.
Something like that. I just think Taylor was like, let me be messy real quick. But she's getting good traction for season 2.
Yeah. But she was also starting stuff with the new moms. I mean, not the new moms, the other moms. The other moms.
Yes. No, I know her, Demi, and Jesse have beef right now.
They're just so funny, man.
I can't keep up, but I'm really excited for season 2.
I wish I made money off of. Okay, I don't wish. I don't want to be in drama. I'm not good with drama. Like, I have such bad anxiety that I would just like.
You would pass away.
I would. Like, I get such bad anxiety just from drinking. I couldn't imagine having like drama with somebody. Oh my god, I would be complete. I would like, yeah, I'd run myself into a wall. Like,
well, the anxiety of just having drama with those people, and then also like the anxiety of like being on TV and having to like watch how you like present yourself and everything you say.
Yeah.
Too much. I could not do it.
Yeah. But I do think, I was thinking the other day, right? I see these like, and I'm just all over the place today, but speaking of drama and just like TikToks and making money off of random stuff, like I've seen these guys, like not just guys, girls do it too, but specifically like just these guys popping up on my TikTok feed and they're like dancing to these songs and they're getting like a bajillion views. Like just random songs. And I'm like, why couldn't I have been put into position to look, like that way enough to be like just fucking dancing on TikTok and making money? Like,
Pretty privilege is a thing.
yeah,
And
it is.
people do
Pretty
monopolize on it.
Yeah, I do not have pretty privilege. Like, I'm not ugly by any means, but like I definitely don't have that pretty privilege where I could just post a fucking video and just like make all this money off of it.
Felt.
I wish I did.
You know who's got pretty privilege? Shawnee.
Yes, your sister.
That girl posted a video of just herself like singing a little song and she like pops off, goes viral.
Yeah.
What the hell?
That is so funny. I saw that the other day. I was like, God dang it, Shawnee. You need to put her on one of our TikToks.
Maybe we'll finally get the recognition we need.
Hey, we'll put her. We need to put Bergen. I feel like they both have like really good TikTok skills and followings.
No, that's using our family.
Yeah.
No, right. No, I'm just kidding, man.
No, dude. When I was at a party, a Christmas party on Saturday, I went around and we made a TikTok. And I was telling everybody about our podcasts and stuff, and I was like, oh, how many TikTok followers do you guys have? And then I made them follow us on TikTok.
Thank y'all.
Somebody had like a couple thousand, like a good amount. Or I want to say, I don't know how much it was, but it was a good amount. And I'm like, God dang.
See, I was watching a TikTok the other day and this girl was like, yeah, I think once I got around 60,000 followers, that's when I finally decided to start taking TikTok seriously. You just naturally got 60,000 followers?
That is so cool.
What are we doing wrong?
Right? We just need that one video, I think. We really need one video.
Well, we have like a month.
We do.
So anybody that has any ideas on how we can pop off real quick, let me
I
know.
forgot about that. Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah. We're running out of time.
Okay. I'm going to look on Lemonade tonight and see if you can post a video. Because if so, we're going to run that shit up real quick.
Okay. Keep me posted. Let me know if it's
I will. But I know too, like, I keep seeing these like scary videos pop up and I want to make them so bad. I just don't know how to go
scary
about them.
videos.
So like there's this guy and he makes like really like it's like the angles he does are so good. And he like does these like it's obviously like a person in a mask. So it's not like really truly scary. Like,
okay.
It's not like any visual effects extremely or anything like that, but he just sets it up so creepily and it looks so cool. I'll have to send them to you, but
Please do.
Yeah, if I find the name, I'll try and post it on this video to kind of put it up there. But he makes some really cool like little short form content.
Okay.
For it. But yeah. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna go to the casino soon, or
I want to segue back to gambling.
Well, the reason I'm saying it is because like I want to go to the casino soon. Hopefully, I'll win the lottery there. I'll win the lottery. I don't know, man. Like I just want. And I don't even, dude, if I could just win like $10,000, like, okay. I know it's not a lot of money, but I mean, it is a lot of money, but just something to kind of give me like a buffer.
Yeah.
To just like get some stuff done that I want to do. Mm-hmm. That would be great. Like, I don't need to be set for life. I would love to be set for life. But like, if I could just get, quick $5,000 to $10,000 from the casino so I can go buy some more equipment and like things I'm wanting.
Yeah.
That would be nice. That would literally make me so happy.
That's hard too. There's no way to like make money quick.
Yeah.
That's legal. Like that would be nice. Yeah, I'm quickly learning weddings are insanely expensive. So I'm also, maybe we should hit up a casino. Maybe we need to.
When we were taking Uber on Saturday, this guy was driving a Mach-E. Have you seen those? Mm-hmm. So it's like a Mustang. It's like a electric Mustang, but it's more like an SUV.
Okay.
Anyways, I want to say it's like a $200,000 car.
Future Jasmine here. The car is actually only, I think, like $40,000. I don't know why I thought it was so much more expensive than it was, but it isn't.
He's driving Uber. And I've driven Uber before, okay? You can make decent money with Uber. I don't know around here because I haven't done it here.
Okay.
But so the girls in the car with me were asking him, "Oh, how much do you like? You only do this, and you have this car, like." He was like, "Yeah," and he's like, "I make about 2,000 a week," and I'm like, "Good, both."
He must never like have any breaks though. He must just like.
Yeah, he said he works like 13 hours a day, and
I mean, I work. Well done.
yeah, but like I've done Uber and stuff like that before, and it don't get me wrong, it gets stuff done, but like I feel like it feels like you have to constantly be working, and it's almost not worth that for me. Like,
Yeah.
but I have been thinking of doing it just to go, like I said, buy some equipment that I've been wanting to buy. Just to have like a little extra money, and yeah, I think that would be good, but I don't know.
I'm here for it.
But yeah, we need to figure something out when it comes to this TikTok thing.
We have such limited time. Please don't take it. I need it. Who do we gotta talk to about reinstating this?
So I gotta call Santa, tell him to deliver a Christmas miracle. It's like the Hallmark
We need
movies.
you, Chris Kringle.
Picture this Hallmark movie, 2 podcasters, right?
Giant a Christmas tree farm.
Trying to save TikTok. They find a note. By Christmas Eve, they get 1 wish.
And then they wake up and they're just in the snow globe.
Oh my gosh, dude! I've been watching those. I've sent them to you too, but like the TikToks where they like making fun of the Hallmark movies, and it's so real. I watched the lesbian Hallmark movie today.
Oh, they make those?
Yeah,
The inclusivity Hallmark.
there's 2 of them I've seen, but this one's one I meant to watch last year and I just forgot. And so I was watching it, and even the tropes in there are just so much like that same way. Like, it's just, it was, my dad's trying to hook me up with his best friend's daughter, and I just got out of a breakup, but I'm gonna meet her for coffee anyways. So they meet for coffee, and then I don't know, their parents are like putting pressure on them to like find somebody, which is really strange. And so they're like, "Do you want a fake date to please our parents?" And so they start fake dating. And then, of course, they end up falling in love. But then she has to go. She just wanted something to go to, like, Japan. And so
They moved to Japan together?
yeah, a week later, the U-Haul's packed.
No, the U-Haul's packed. I'm sick. Was it a Subaru pulling?
Yeah, she did, actually. No, I mean, they lived in New York, so I don't think they had cars.
Oh,
But
okay. They just got a...
It was so funny because it was just so, like, this random girl's in this show. And she's like, she just pops by and she tells the girl that she's fake dating at this Christmas party. She's like, "Oh, yeah, she's leaving to Japan and blah, 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 blah." Right before this girl's about to profess her love to the fake girlfriend. And so she's like, "Oh, I guess I won't profess my love anymore." And then she leaves the party because she's kind of upset. And it's a Mexican girl and a white girl. And the Mexican girl, lesbian, is like, "Oh, where'd she go? Oh no." And you could tell she like fell in love with her at this point. And so then she goes and like talks to her, and the parents help set him up to meet at this park. And she gets this big ass teddy bear and like so lesbian coded, like pictures everywhere. They've only been fake dating for like a week. And she's like, "Oh, I took this picture in 2022 and we didn't even know each other then, but you were in one of the pictures I was looking and it was developed." It was just
Can you imagine like sitting in like a like room and they're trying to come up with new Hallmark movie ideas and they're like 5 things done least amount of time, so let's move that to the front. Like, let's get some originality.
Hot Frosty? That was original.
I haven't watched it. I've heard
Oh
about
my
it though.
gosh.
I know the principal.
I didn't. So I watched it, but I was just dying. It was so funny.
I might have to watch it.
It's just, I mean, he's obviously supposed to look like goofy because he's supposed to be like a snowman who doesn't know. But it was wild. I was just like laughing the whole time.
Petition to get some better Christmas movies. Like, dear God.
Yeah, but like, what could you even do? Like,
Can we redo the little like shitty claymation movies, because I eat those up, like those old ones. Love them.
yeah, that would be good. Like Frosty.
Yeah, or what are... I have asked 4 people this question, and it's been brought up to me by them also. What is the name of the movie with Heat Miser and his snowy brother? What is the name of that?
Wasn't it Jack Frost?
No. Jack Frost is like the actual humans acting, I think.
No, Jack Frost is an actual character, I thought.
But
Heatmaster and Jack Frost.
No, I know who you're talking about now, but is that a different one?
I know that the Heat Miser comes out in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
But there's one with just the brothers, and then their mom is like Mother Nature, Mother Time.
Wait, is it?
I think there's multiple.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
Anywho, let's bring shit like that back because I love that.
I watched the Lindsay Lohan one with this. Okay, this one was kind of original.
Okay.
So basically, I don't know if you'll watch it or not, but these two people, Lindsay Lohan and this guy, used to date in high school or like out of high school too, in their small town. And he like proposes to her, and she doesn't want to be proposed to because her mom just died. She's like running away, and she wants to get out of town. She's just go to England.
I can't even take you seriously. I feel like I've seen it.
Well, anyways, it flash forwards to like so many years later. This guy is going home with his girlfriend, her ex from like a long time ago. And then Lindsay Lohan's character is also going home with her boyfriend. Turns out they're dating in the same family. So they show up to spend Christmas with their other significant others' families, and they see each other.
So do they cheat on their partners and fall in love?
No, but Lindsay Lohan's partner cheats on her, and he like realizes like he loves her because he's dating this girl who's like still in college. Like she's really young. I don't know.
Ew, a predator.
Well, they called her like, what is it called? Like a 5-year senior or whatever. Like she's been in college for a while, I guess.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah, so it was just funny because I was like, okay, this is like not the most original, but it's definitely more original than like other ones I've seen.
I think I could get behind that. It seems like there's enough scandal in it.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. Oh, and she eats like, it's funny. Like it's kind of humorous, and she eats like pot brownies and blames it on the dog. And
okay, I could get behind this.
Yeah, pot brownies and dogs.
I know my alley.
But yeah, so hey, we added some Christmas flair in here. I think
a little bit.
Yeah, talking about crappy Hallmark movies.
What are you most excited for Christmas?
Well, I'm most excited I think honestly to go home.
Yeah.
Normally for Christmas, my parents will give us a little bit of money, and then Christmas Eve we'll go to the casino, or Christmas Day we'll go to the casino.
Ugh, that sounds like a great tradition.
I feel like people in here are gonna just think I'm like a gambling addict.
All I talk about is the casino.
But like, until you've been to a casino, you don't know what you're missing. Okay.
We do sound like we need to go back and see if there's one single episode we haven't talked about gambling.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I'll try to be less gamble forward. Gamble responsibly, people. Gamble responsibly.
800.
I'll plug the number on the screen. But for as much as I talk about it, we don't gamble a lot, though.
Well, because it's not close.
That's so true. Damn it.
Somebody told me the other day, I guess, I haven't seen this, but I guess there's a lady in her full-time job is just playing bingo. Like, she can only play at bingo halls for a couple days before she gets kicked out, and she has to, like, move on to the next bingo hall because she just, like, has such a system to it that she, like, doesn't work. Like, this is her job, and she makes such good money at it, and all she does is play bingo.
That's like people, okay, so I used to watch these videos of people who, like, just go play slots. Like, they'll just make YouTube videos of them playing slots.
Yeah.
And that's what they'll do for work. Like, I think one of the people I watched, they own like a pawn shop or something, but which makes sense as to why they have money to gamble so much.
Sure.
But there's other people I watch that don't have money like that, and they just go and make videos, and they'll do it like on the side, but then it'll turn into like an actual like job because they're posting so much and they get so many views.
I heard there's a lot of people who will get their like either disability check or like whatever kind of check they get for the month, and they'll just go,
all the older people
blow it. Hey, I ain't judging y'all. I'm just saying I heard this.
We need to go play bingo.
Okay, I'm down. I love bingo.
It's expensive now though. Like,
really?
Yeah, it used to be like $24 for like 2 computers, right?
That's expensive to me.
Oh, well, now it's $40.
I mean, I'll still pay it.
Yeah,
I'll still go.
But the pots are bigger. Like last time I went, I think the pot was like there was a couple $1,000, a couple $900, and like a $500.
Oh shit, let's go.
Yeah, I'm down.
I have only gone and played bingo at a place like that once. And it is so fast paced.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a joke. Like, you have to be like on your shit.
Well, that's why I don't do the daubers. I get too stressed out when I do the daubers.
Okay.
I have to just do the electronic one.
See, I didn't even know that like the electronic one was a thing. I just thought you
Yeah.
went in with your little
So
dog.
you don't even have to do anything. It just does it for you, and you just kind of watch the computer.
Oh, so it's kind of like a slot then.
Yeah, kind of. But people are calling it. And then I get those, what gets you is the little pull tabs. They're $1 a piece, and you just crack them suckers open. You try and get a horse. You try and get like,
Oh, that's dangerous.
yeah. I always go with my grandpa, and I'm like, hey, grandpa, let me borrow $20 for
We're due for casino.
we keep saying this, bro.
Everyone's like tuning us out at the end of this episode. They're like, actually, I'm sick of hearing them talk about this.
Do these bitches are ever going to talk about anything else?
Well, if y'all have any like hobby suggestions, like send them our way.
Anything but gambling or drinking, please.
Because our two hobbies or TikTok, about to be gone. We don't live anywhere close enough to gamble, so we need a hobby. Should we start doing like diamond dart or something?
What the heck is diamond dart?
You know, where they have like the little rhinestones and they have
No,
numbers.
diamond art. It's a diamond dart. I was like, what is that?
I don't know. We could make that one.
Yeah.
Too.
No, but yeah, no, my mom has a Cricut, and I've been seeing all these shirts on the TikTok shop that I want, but I'm not about to go order from the TikTok shop because I'm scared that they'll steal my card information or whatever.
Well, they're about to like quit, so you might as well just put in one little order.
Yeah, it's true.
See,
But there's this shirt, and it's like the frog. Have you seen the frog? And it says, I'm overstimulated.
yeah.
I want that shirt.
I love that.
And then there's one that says, I can't wait to gamble.
You need that. I think Shoni sent you that, huh?
Maybe.
You
Yeah,
need
she
that
did.
shirt.
Yeah, she did. Oh, yeah, because I was like, oh, I'm going to make it when I go to my mom's house.
Yes.
So I'm going to do that. But no, yeah, but in all realness, like, we don't gamble a lot.
We don't
Like,
have a gambling
We don't, like, if we do gamble, it's like playing cards. Like, we don't do anything crazy like that. And I'm a cheap gambler, okay? So I've said this before. I'd take 100, maybe 150. That's it. I don't take thousands of dollars.
Okay, so you may go more than me, but you spend less. I dropping some cash.
Well, but if you think about it, when I used to live there, I would go like almost a couple of days during the week. So I'd spend.
You're not helping your point.
No, during the weekend, okay? It's like how you blow off steam at. We went.
You know what? We're gonna have to cut this. This does not sound good.
I actually may cut some of that gambling work because I do feel like talking about gambles a lot.
But they're actually gonna cut out the last 10 minutes. We're gonna wrap up the gambling just a little bit. But we want to hear what you guys think, like about this whole CEO situation.
Yeah.
How you feel about TikTok going away? If y'all
How you feel about corporate America?
Yeah, the thread could be so long on that, actually. But yeah, we love getting you guys' input, so make sure y'all are liking, subscribing, following, commenting, and if there's anything specific y'all want us to like cover, talk about, we always love suggestions.
Yeah. I'm gonna really start pushing the YouTube channel, guys, okay? I put a lot of effort into that, so it would mean just the greatest thing to me if you could just go give it a watch, you know? Or maybe if you listen to the Spotify or the Apple Tunes or what is it? Apple Music. Maybe just put it, put the YouTube on while you're cleaning or sleeping, something like that.
We love some views, especially since one of our platforms is about to disappear. So
yeah, we're gonna need y'all to go from TikTok to YouTube, please.
Yeah,
please and thank you.
All right. But we will be back next week for another episode. And thank you guys for always listening and supporting us.
Yep. Thanks for watching. See you guys next week.
Bye, fuckers.
Bye.